Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into a quick daily read for Sunday. Let's do some shuffling. Thank you, Spirit, for Sunday. The color blue is significant. We need you to be feeling peaceful and harmonious at this time. I feel like there's a nice level of connecting taking place throughout this day when it comes to you and other people, when it comes, or one person, you and your work maybe. It could be a hobby, moments, experiences, and opportunity as well. But we have the Four of Wands as well as the Page of Wands coming out. There's a freeing way about how you get things done throughout this period, where Spirit is saying, remember, slow and steady wins the race, but it feels like it's being wrapped up. Okay, tie that with a bow. On to the next. Free flowing towards the next accomplishment. You may feel like staying busy throughout this day, and then Spirit is reminding you you're tired. Okay, so again, take it slow, but don't overdo it, right? Where the control does lie. Because there are going to be obligations for a lot, right, that you can't ignore or just put aside. But another day where, excuse me as I stutter, where music is coming into play and being utilized to your advantage. When you intuitively feel you should change the song, change the song, okay? Say it's too much, it's not the right vibe. Anyways, moving right along, that's kind of the vibe as well. The Four of Wands as well is saying things are working out for you. You need to notice this in certain small ways, whether it's your income improving, a connection improving, opportunities for a lot drawn to the reading. And don't be surprised if it's more than one of those things. It could even tie into your living situation or your work situation in one if not multiple ways. But it feels like being drawn to this reading, it's a time for you to be getting yourself out there, right? Whether it's more so on social media, connecting with people, vibing when doing what you're meant to in the public eye. However, it's going to come into play for you. A starlight quality. There's also a bit of a twinkle in your eye. It's like you're, okay, as I'm being pushed to, okay, type or play the piano for somebody, you're going to feel like you just have it going on at certain points, and you do. And where you're feeling an imperfection is just being pointed out to you left and right when it comes to your physical body. I know what it is for me, is going to be fixed moving forward, all right, in divine due time. So just don't stress it, all right? There are naturally in this world, this life that you're living along your path, forces that are trying to work against you, all right? But the support is real at this time. The Lover's card is talking about how you are loved, you're cared for, you are protected. But what have you been choosing recently that is overdone, right? It's had its time, its place, and plus some for a lot. We need to clean up or act in certain ways. Spirit's being stern because it's time for you to make better choices. It's time for you to trust your intuition more and allow for the support to assist you. I feel as if when somebody expresses gratitude for you, for your existence, maybe for a skill set or two, you need to allow for that to make you feel so damn special, okay? As I'm getting goosebumps. It feels like it's a very spiritual crowd, collective being drawn to this reading, and it can affect you in a lot of different ways, right? Twitches can happen, negative sleep patterns, pushes and pulls to do what you didn't want to or shouldn't be doing. But there's a lot of positives being that spiritual as well. Goodness gracious, I could tell you a lot about spirituality, but it just feels like you're needing to notice the negatives and adjust from there. Notice the positives and flow with it from there. I do feel like hair is coming into play. Whoever wants to switch up your hair, you know intuitively what the timeline is. It's like me, I want to grow my hair out again. And not die at this time. And Spirit's saying you felt it out recently. It's way too hot. It reaches over 100 degrees Fahrenheit here in Bakersfield during the summer. And I'm going to be serving as well. So it just doesn't make sense at this time. But so apply that as you may. I also feel like there's a focus on aging, all right, as I'm being drawn to his white hair, as well maturity. A stutter, a stumble along the way is not a big deal. Everyone's struggling, okay? People who think they have it all figured out, they are lying, okay? Whether it's to themselves, to other people, you name it. We're all figuring it out as we go. The Three of Pentacles, where you don't get noticed, I feel like that's protection, all right? It's almost like the vibe of an authority figure at work not noticing you in that moment. They got distracted by a spirit, okay? I do feel like you are seeing and feeling, sensing a lot of eyes peeled upon you. There are moments throughout this energy period as well where, say, you feel a confirmation coming to be, and it's so assisting. Didn't mean to say that. I was going to say you sense that somebody's staring at you, but maybe with a sense of amazement, and that is part of one of your many superpowers. Anyways, you feel things correctly and on point. That did remind me just now of when a guy the other day, as I was strutting back from the grocery store, I looked over and he was across the street with his jaw literally hitting the ground. I feel like it was different reasoning tying into that, but yeah, you're being noticed, okay? You're manifesting more abundance at this time. And remember, when you speak something into existence, that is not something to, take for granted, but it is something for you to embrace and utilize to your advantage. It's a very special ability. You're going to find that more moving forward as well, there's a lot of blessings to flow in from the spiritual realm, through other people, through your business, for some of your job, through opportunities. You're also going to find alignment is coming into play as well, where you just have recently thought about, or just in that moment thinking about, you need this, or that, and then you end up going to the store for something and you find that item, or you find those items, or you stumble upon it online and it's the perfect item for you. You're going to find that spirit is at work 24/7 to your advantage, okay? You're also going to feel like money matters are going to be cleared up, being drawn to this reading. You may have debt, you may have falsities is what I'm getting. Anyway, somebody has bankruptcy, but I feel like things are going to be cleared up, okay, in due time. You're also going to find there is a lack of clarity taking a focus when it comes to somebody else in your life, a very caring individual. Now, this lack of clarity could be, more on your end, where you don't understand what they're going through, or maybe the future of the connection, or why something happened. But it may as well be more so on their end, or a little bit of both. And Spirit's saying, well, take a hot second and trust the mystery in things, but we may just clear it up for you to a certain extent, all right? You don't need to know everything right off the bat is what I'm hearing. The Emperor card and the Moon card, because it feels like in a very mysterious way you're planning for a lot more ahead, where expansion is meant to come to be, and I feel like you've already gained advice on this from Spirit, rewinding back. It's going to come to be when it's meant to be, all right? It feels like maybe you need to invest in this, and that, or see things pick up with something before that can be applied, utilized. Where spiritual blockages have been put in place and affecting negatively otherwise, a lot less of that moving forward, okay? You're one powerful being, and again, so damn special, and the day, this period, even surrounding this Sunday, highlights it. There's intensity in your world. I'm getting that. You can feel that in the energy for this reading. I probably should have cleansed before, but the intensity feels forewarning, it feels assisting, it feels too much at times. You're going to find the way you walk is very connected. At times I feel like I'm walking on top of the world, and then the next second I feel like I'm walking on a cloud, and my feet feel really heavy. Things like this are going to take a focus, because again, you're very connected, being drawn to this reading. But as I just felt very awkward, I'm going to move on forth anyways. But when that happens, maybe sometimes you need to take a hot second and stop, okay? Don't think about why that came to be, but just stop. Maybe take a deep breath, okay? You're also going to find that there's certain moments when you're overly serious throughout this period of time, and it's very connected to spirit, maybe energy you're picking up on, or just maybe the mood in that situation. But I do feel like you as well are being reminded of the strength that you have within you to recover, to overcome, and to accomplish like a master. Again, this is a period of time where you're being reminded, left and right, you are special, okay?